Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf, and I'm here with Brad Sativa. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I am so excited to talk to you because I don't get to talk to comedians very often, and you're super funny.
Oh yeah, it's going to be fun.
I've been watching your videos all day, and I've just been cracking up laughing. I'm going to say some of them are for mature audiences, but you are hysterical. So I want to know, where is it that you get your material? What drives you?
It's mostly just life experience and just things I go through and things I read. Like in college, I was a marketing major, so like I know how I guess they say the machine feeds you all this information. I like to break down information that I get fed and trying to take it from there almost.
Right.
So, yeah,
That's great. And you've been playing all over Nashville, creating quite a buzz here. Tell me what one of your favorite places to perform is.
It definitely would be the East Room, which is located in East Nashville on Gallatin Road. That's the first actual location that I ever done comedy at in my life. And then last week I recorded my album there. So it's got a sentimental feel, and almost pretty much I've been there every week at least once, pretty much.
Oh, that's great.
For the last year. That's
great. Now, do you have a really good support network with family and friends? Are they supportive of your career and your choice to do comedy?
Yeah, I would say for one, it's crazy because like my family, or what I consider my family, extends kind of far, because I'm from the West Tennessee area, which is the country rural area. So it's in Jackson. I go and do events there, and I have a good receptive crowd out there. And from up here, I have people I went to college with, my frat brothers, friends, people I work with. I kind of consider them my family, and they kind of support me a lot. But yeah, and Memphis as well. Memphis has been one of my favorite spots to go to, and yeah, Memphis is a fun spot. So that's one of my.
I have not been there yet. I need to go.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Yeah, Huntsville too. Huntsville is good. Like a lot of those scenes, I like them because they're like one drive a night kind of thing. You don't have to worry about putting in too many miles, but you can still hit a different market of different people. Especially like me, because I feel like I do a lot of shows in town. I don't want to like burn up a lot of material just here. I'd rather take it out and about so I can still get fresh experience and still kind of get a fresh audience. So
absolutely, that's great. Now, how did you get into doing comedy? I mean, were you just like the funny class clown kid at school, or?
It's weird. I don't know. It's I kind of somewhat offhand to church. I kind of bring it to that because I grew up in the church, and I had a lot of responsibilities in church where I did a lot of different things. I was in front of like almost an audience every week. From doing different things, being involved from Sunday school to the actual service, the choir, usher board, all kind of things that I was involved with. So I got put in front of crowds early, so I didn't have that nervous thing that a lot of people have to deal with. Then growing into that, I did music for a while in Nashville, in this area, like from behind the scenes to a little more front sometimes. But yeah, so I kind of just took it from there. And then a lot of people just told me I was funny. And when I heard people tell me from other friend groups that like, I know you one of the funniest guys I've ever met, I'm like, nah, y'all gotta be, you're lying to me. I can't be the funniest guy. But yeah,
you're pretty damn funny.
But thank you. Thank you. So, but yeah, because of that, I went and did open mic. I wasn't gonna do it, and it was the Ultimate Comedy open mic, which is at the East Room every Tuesday. So I'm just kind of plugging that a little bit, just because that's why I did literally do comedy for the first time. And so when I went up there, I didn't want to do it, but God knew he was up there. He knew me for doing pranks, like on coworkers. So. Yeah, that's what, like, literally. And he was like, well, you got to go up. I'm like, well, all right, I'll go up then. And so I went up, and I got a few laughs, and I kind of fell in love with it. So
that's great. Okay, so I want to talk about these pranks. What pranks did you do on your coworkers? I got to
know. So many. One, it was a bartender. He was he used to be in, like, the Coast Guard, and he was a very trim guy. And he lived out in California for a long time, crazy. And it was suggested by women that he was gifted. He was gifted.
Okay.
He had big hands, he had big feet. If you know what I'm saying, you get my drift. And so, but he used to have this gay guy that comes every one of his shifts and sit at the bar, and they'll help each other with crossword puzzles. And so I would take pictures of him and then I would make memes, and then for Christmas we made a mug with them, and then so yeah, it became a thing at his own house between his friends that they drank out of this coffee mug.
Oh gosh.
They had these two guys playing crosswords with this guy, and then the gay guy who had a big crush on him. So it was kind of weird.
That's awesome. That's funny. Oh my gosh, that's
Oh, yeah.
great. That's great. And you talked about your musical background too, briefly. So tell us more about your musical background and how did you choose between? I mean,
It's almost weird. Like kind of same thing from growing up in church. I sang in like 3 choirs, from the male chorus to the youth choir to the mass choir. So I was singing a lot in church and doing different things. So I learned rhythms and kind of learned where my voice was going. And I don't know, it became weird. Then when I got in college, I started working on it more and started writing.
right.
And then when I was a senior, I decided, me and my other 2 friends decided to record a project. We pretty much were just management, executive production, and we got it done in that last semester. We put it out. It was a good project, but it just, things didn't line up right. And you know what I'm saying, just how things go sometimes. And so now I used to embark and preach a lot of different things. Like you need to do this, you might need to do that different. And so all the stuff I was preaching, like when it came to the opportunity with comedy, I try to put all that to the same thing.
Right.
Like, no, you need to network, you need to get out here, you need to get out the city, you need to be willing to drive. Because sometimes, like I said, it's not glamorous. Like a lot of times, like you might drive 3 hours to go and make $50, but it's in a different crowd that you used to. You just got to make sure you touch them, and that's when like you got to make sure you like when we link in. They get your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, Snapchat, whatever you got. You try to like that's what I try to do at least. I try to like just at least connect where it makes it worthwhile. Like I came, I didn't necessarily make any money. It's barely covered the gas, but. This is what,
You seem to have quite a few fans, too, that like to comment with you and chat with you back and forth on your social media, which is great.
Yeah.
So that we'll make sure that we put all of the links for you guys at home so that you can follow.
Definitely.
But definitely, I love everything that you're doing. Do you have anything coming up that we don't know about that you want to share with the fans?
Actually, last week I recorded my actual album. I'm debating on the name of it still, but I'm a leak what I think the name is going to be.
Okay.
It might change, but it's going to be Brad Sativa, which is my name, but it's going to be called I'd Rather Live on Venus. And so, and if you know what I'm saying, if you know anything about Venus and Mars, you know, like, hey, that's just kind of how, I don't know, that's the vibe I got from it. So that's pretty much, and I consider myself, like I say, having a West Coast page. But everybody but it's a big market. It's more than that. It just, but yeah, I think that you'll like the way I do different things, and I'm a regular person, but I just happen to do comedy, and people find me funny sometimes.
You are
because
very
of that,
funny.
I just like to. I don't know, just connect with everybody. So connect with me. So
absolutely, send him a message, send him a shout out.
Oh
absolutely.
Yeah. I'm just getting back into Twitter too. I'm slowly working my way in. Back in the day, I used to do it a lot, but now, like Instagram.
I saw that you've been a Twitter person since what, 2010 is what I saw.
Yeah. I did it for like a year. I did it real heavy. I used to do that because like I don't sleep on a regular schedule, like never, pretty much since I was little. But I always go to sleep maybe at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I used to find myself 12 o'clock in the morning bored. I used to go on Twitter and I look at the hashtags. And I used to just hashtag and like play with the hashtags and make jokes. And I used to pick up followers like that. And I just thought it was funny, me just goofing off. And like I said, I wasn't even thinking about comedy. It was just me playing on social media. And I used to get likes and friends from just hashtags. And I thought it was funny. And then it was a point in time where I just didn't felt like we're just doing too much. And I don't know. But now I know in the comedy community, Twitter is a big deal. That's like probably the number one out of any thing that's going on right now. Twitter's probably, like, comic wise, it's probably the most driven that I've seen, that where it's like a lot of comics still get a lot of play on Twitter.
Yes, definitely.
And so 'cause a lot of people jump for Instagram and Snapchat and all these other things, but
that's great. Well, I thank you for your time.
Thank you.
It's been great chatting with you, and man, I wish you the best, and hopefully I'll be able to catch one of your stand-ups pretty soon.
Definitely. I'm gonna be at Zany's this Wednesday, so so if y'all hear this before then, but Zany's this Wednesday, you get in free with B Sativa. That's the code, and so that's one thing. And yeah, I'm gonna get my Instagram and Facebook and all that real quick, and then we can do whatever after that.
And I know he's working on it because he was just going around here videotaping stuff and posting on all of them. So it's great. It's great.
But yeah, the Snapchat is Brad Sativa, just 2 words. Instagram is Brad_Sativa. So we got to put the underscore for the pop up on Instagram. Facebook is comedian Brad Sativa and Sativa Sense Promotions. That's my promotional company where I do comedy shows out of that. And so you can catch different stuff around town and surrounding areas from Sativa Sense. And then lastly is my Twitter, which is at HEKINGBMB, which he is King BMB. So that's my actual Twitters.
Yes, so. Absolutely. I followed you.
I followed back too.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I followed back.
It was great. All right, guys, check him out. Follow all the links that we've provided for you. Stay tuned for more.
All right, thank you.